Hello friends, this is Cara-Renee with B.Reborn Art and Healing. I'm coming to you with just a quick share. I have been on a little bit of a hiatus. I haven't created anything all week. So today is Thursday, June the 20th. This is day 2, full day 2 of my summer break. I've been very, very busy around my house. I've been typically when school lets out, I do a purge and a clean of my house. And so while I am relaxing, drinking my coffee out on the deck, taking the time to notice things around me, not really steamrolling through, but I did kind of get my head down and started doing some cleaning and organizing, and that just sets me free for the whole summer. But I wanted to come to you and talk to you about something that I plan on doing. I'll be doing a smattering of this on the channel, but I'm primarily going to be doing it on my own. I might just pop up a video and let you know how it's going. If you guys are interested in seeing a video from time to time about this, you can let me know. But I decided that I'm going to participate in Junk Journal July that is hosted by Meg's Journals, and I'm really loving watching her makes and watching the free way that she creates with scraps and packaging and all of that stuff that we have so much of. So I'm going to go ahead and participate. I am not trying to knock out a prompt every day. I'm going to do what I can. If it takes me all summer, it takes me all summer. I am not on a timeline. I'm calling it Junk Journal July because that's the hashtag, but I'm going to be doing it at my own pace. And so you can let me know if you'd like to see any of that, or if you'd like to just have me come back and bring my shares. Totally up to you guys. I would love to hear your feedback. And basically it's going to be along the same lines as that scrappy art journal play that we did, where we did a lot of paper piecing and collage, and that's what I'm going to be working on primarily, using scraps and all kinds of things. So I noticed that Meg did a video on how she collects her supplies and how she organizes them, and I'm a big organizational person, so this was right up my alley. And so I got my basket ready. It actually is 2 baskets, just because I don't want to worry about having to kind of sift through things and keep things in particular order, and I just want to be able to pull stuff out, dump stuff in. So I've got 1 basket for the paper, the bigger papers that I might choose to use and tear up, and then my smaller scraps and other little bits of supplies. I have drawers right next to me on my left, so I didn't pull out everything because I can just literally reach there and get my alphabet stamps, reach there and get other stamps that I might want to use, reach there and get a little bit of tissue paper or whatever I choose to use. So without further ado, let me show you my my setup. I will be doing a video on how to make the accordion type journal that she's been using. She uses a bound journal in her Junk Journal January, and then she does an accordion journal for July. At least it looks like the last couple of years. So I'm going to do the accordion journal because I think it's a great idea, and I love how her pages ebb and flow because she crosses over that fold into the next page, the area next to it, and just kind of continues, or not continues, but bridges the 2 pages by introducing bits of paper. So let me show you what I have. So I'm going to show you the paper first. So these baskets I've been buying at Fred Meyer, and I changed up a little bit of my organization in the studio. I had a lot of canvas bins, and things just get lost in them because they're 13 by 13 inches, and they're deep, and they're just like a bottomless hole. And so I went back to IKEA and I got the inserts that have the shelf. And so these baskets I get from Fred Meyer fit on the shelf, and they hold a lot. These measure, let me give you some measurements just in case you're curious. These baskets measure 12, probably 14 by, probably has the dimensions on the bottom, 14 by 11 and a half. So they're a really good size. So I just pulled out some packaging paper. Again, I've been through every bin in my house. My studio overflows into my living room because my closet in my craft room is largely houses linens and overflow of kitchen equipment and things like that. So I've been slowly kind of spreading out. It's just my husband and I, so there's nothing in those that's why I have the Calyx units out there. So I feel kind of silly sometimes saying that, but that's my jam. So I've got one folder with some envelopes, just like envelopes that I got and something in, some more packaging, a Kaiser envelope or paper bag, some other purchase paper bags and whatnot. And then I've got down here bigger pieces of vintage book page. It looks like that's a dictionary, definitions, and music paper, and some really old vintage, various shades of vintage paper. So I wanted to have that all together. We'll probably be tapping into this to make the accordion journal. So I've never done it before, so fingers crossed. So that's my, let's stick this in there too. That's my neutrals, I would call my neutrals. So let me just stick that in there, keep that a little bit easier. And then I've got these are magazine clippings. So I not subscribe, but I purchased the In Her Studio magazines as well as Bella Creative, and I can't think of the other one. It's a really crafty one. I apologize, I do not recall. This one's from In Her Garden, and I don't know about the rest. Let's see if there's anything on the back of these. Oh, Stampington and Company. That's the maker, but this is from, I can't remember what it's called. I don't have any in the studio. I keep those in my bedroom where I sit and peruse that. But I took a bunch of pages out of it because I'd already read what I wanted to read. And so I thought these would be really fun. This is a little bit large, but I pulled it out for general inspiration. I love that gate. Again, pretty big, but we might introduce that as a piece of the accordion journal. And so just various other bits of paper here. Just to add a little pop of color. I thought they were really pretty. And yeah, so we'll see. And then these papers here are actually from the magazine that I cannot remember the name of off the top of my head. I wish I remembered what it was called. But these are free papers in the magazine, so I thought we would pull these over and perhaps use them also as part of the accordion journal, because I probably wouldn't use this. I'm not going to go down that road. This one might be okay. This one's a little bit too bold. And these are just little snippets of stuff I thought might be fun to cut out. And then that's a little bit bold. But I wanted to keep them all in here just for the sake of my organizational mind. So that is magazine clippings, and I'll be adding to that as time goes, because I want to continue doing this because it's a great way to use scraps. It's a great way to create in a really relaxing, low expectation way. Once you can get once you can get the hang of it and just kind of go with your gut, you can create some really beautiful things. Now these are digitals, but they're digitals that I thought would be so pretty to incorporate into the journal. I think that we would probably use some of these maybe for our accordion cover or our accordion journal as well. These are, I'm not going to tell you who they're all from because I just pulled. Some of them are scraps, some of them are full pages. And so, yeah, those are some of the things that we will be using. And so I already did tear some bits off, plus I've got other scraps in some smaller containers that I'm going to show you next. So that is the larger pages just to be able to pull from as well. And so let's get that out of the way, and let me bring you over the other basket. So One of the ways I organize my ephemera and stuff when I'm working in a journal is I have these containers that I ordered from Amazon. They come in various sizes. This is my favorite size. It is 7 1/4 by 6. So they're perfect. I've got 3 of them in here. This is for the design papers, and these are mostly scraps. Some of them are pieces torn off of the bigger pages. You might have noticed some of those were torn because I knew I wanted to use some of those tones. Now, some of the tones in here I'm not going to really like, I don't think, but this was in my scrap box. This was in my scrap box. So yeah, most of these were from my scrap box. These are actually tags from one of Rach and Bella's kits. I just found them in a drawer, and so I thought they're great colors for this project that I'm thinking. And so most of these are scraps from my scrap bin. This is not a scrap. That was, well, it is because it was an incomplete, it wasn't a full page, but I thought she would be pretty to pop onto a page. I got some tickets and whatnot. So that is the prints. So those are the colorful things. This one is specialty paper and things like embossed paper. I got a little bit of fabric. This is embossed fabric. It didn't really work all that great, but it is embossed fabric. I don't know if you can see that. And some rub-ons. I've been really into the rub-ons, and I've actually ordered some more. These are from 49 and Market, and they're huge, but I thought they might be pretty for a cover or something. And then I've got a little bit of packaging and some embossed paper from my drawer. This is just a die cut I thought might be fun. And so Meg has helped me to see that there's possibility in every scrap, no matter how small. And I'm hoping that I can show you that. And I also encourage you to go over to her channel because she's amazing to listen to. Very, very calm presence, very peaceful, just a joy. So I would encourage you to check her out if you have any curiosity about this type of creative play. This is some embossed book page, some embossed paper as well, just a lot of little bits. Threw in a little bit of doily, some whatever this is called. You know what that's called. I ordered some tissue paper. This is the newest Tim Holtz tissue paper, but I thought it would be fun to introduce, so I grabbed a few pieces of that. Some specialty paper, lots of vellum bits, a little piece of rice paper. And so, yeah, so that's what this houses, is mostly things on vellum, tissue paper, and other, and then this. I don't know if this will ever go in that, but we'll see. I'm not, I've been watching her, so I'm kind of feeling the vibe over the really neutrals with the pop of color, but that's not really my style. So I'm going to go with my gut, and I'm going to do what brings me joy. But it's good to have a baseline. It's good to have kind of an idea of where to start. And so, yeah. And then this is smaller bits of packaging, more neutrals, book pages, music pages, all in smaller bits. A lot of these are from my scrap bin. So great way to use scraps. I did pick up, she uses this, what is it called? I threw the package away. It's gummed paper, and she uses it to hinge and to create kind of a brown accent, but it's sticky paper, but it's brown, which is awesome. So, and I did get the cello tape because, I have to buy the things. And so I did. I feel like I'm going to use this, and I think this would be really cool to use for, well, it's actually not really yellow, is it? It's just, but it's wider, and I think it would be fun to do some alcohol ink and make some vintage tape with that as well. So I stuck it in here. These are some little bins. I don't have much in them yet. Some small rub-ons, again, from that same sheet, and then some things I'm separating out, hopefully as I go, script and words. This is from my old planner. It was the cover, so I did take that apart, and I'm using pieces of it. trash it. So take the time to do what makes your soul happy. I think I might put that on the cover of the accordion journal. And then these are the rub-ons. I do have some other ones coming, but these are the ones I bought. I will link them. I believe I linked them in my Scrappy Art Journal episode 2 because she's local. She's like, I think she's in Washington. I'm in Washington. She might be in Oregon, but they came so fast. But look at and these are nice because they're littler designs. So super, super fun. I did use that little rose. And so yeah, I got rub-ons. And then the last thing, and I found this in my scrap drawer. This was from Tailor Made Journals when she sent me one of my stamps. So I thought this would be fun to put in into the accordion journal. And then in here, I went and I bought, this is the stick for the rub-ons. I've got some large washi tape that doesn't fit in my bin. So I thought this would be fun to use. It's really, really wide and I don't use it. So what better way? I did pick this stamp up because I liked the simplicity of that little stamp. Again, most of my stamps, what I call grab and go stamps, which are stamps that I use a lot in mixed media for backgrounds and things like that, I'll be able to just turn and reach there, as well as tissue paper. And I do want to pull some napkins out. I'm going to make myself a note because I was thinking about that earlier and then I forgot. Let me do that really quick if you don't mind. Napkins. I'm just going to grab some napkins out of my drawer that's over on the other side of the room. I will be doing a studio tour. I always do that in July every year, so I hope that you guys will tune in for that as well. So I did buy these little tags because she demonstrated how you can use them, and they were so cheap because they were like $1.50 for however many were in it. But these are perfect size for this kind of smallish journal. It's not going to be very big, probably like, I don't know, let's look at the ruler and see, probably 4 by 6, so 6 inches tall, 4 inches wide, or 5, I don't know. We'll see when we get there. I don't want it to be too big. I feel like if I'm playing around in this new way, in this new free play, I want to not be overwhelmed by a large page. And then these are some of my grab and go stamps. I put these in here just to remind myself that these are things that I can use. As you can see, I use them for mixed media, so they're pretty grungy. I'm going to grab a couple of just kind of generic stencils as well. But that is what I have. Oh, and one of the stitch stamps from Tim Holtz. It comes with a whole bunch of them in it, so I thought I would just grab this one and keep it in my little bucket. So that is what we're going to do. So please, in the comments, if you would let me know what you think. Like, would you be interested in seeing any of it? Would you be interested in just seeing it from time to time? I don't want to bore anyone. I don't want to get off track from what I need to do as well. But I thought, I could do one on camera from time to time, and I will be bopping to the other journal, the other Scrappy Art Journal as well, with some other techniques. But I thought, since I've been busy, haven't been creative at all, that I would go ahead and do a quick share on this to kind of break the ice back into filming. Again, it's been a hot minute since I have been in front of the camera. So I am so excited though, because I've only been on summer break for today was my second full day, and I'm already all done with going through every bin, every drawer, closets, bathroom cabinets, bathroom drawers. I only have to do the kitchen, just go through and weed things out and organize, and do the floors. So that the floors in the bathroom and the kitchen, and that's it. And I'm done and I'm free. I can do whatever I want for the rest of the summer. So I feel very good about the progress that I made. In my studio tours, I never show the closet, but I think I'm going to try to get one of my grandkids to do the filming, to hold my phone and do the filming so that I can actually show you things. Because when you're walking around with the phone, you know, you're doing everything else with one hand. So it's really hard. And I can't, some spaces are pretty narrow. And so it's hard for me to get in there and open drawers and actually show you where things are. My studio, I actually posted on Facebook today. I'm a kind of an organizational freak, and it's a good thing. A lot of people don't understand it. Some people have the misconception that you can't be creative and organized, and I am a living example that you can be both creative and organized. And so I love my space to feel clean, and I like things to be labeled, because then I know what drawer to look in. And even if it's a drawer I get in and out of all the time, I still like to see, oh, right there are my soft pastels, right there is my sewing stuff, right there are small paper, specialty papers, doilies, Post-its, chargers, stapler, bling, tape, you know, over there, watercolor paper, you know, and such and such. So that's how I organize, but I'd love to be able to actually break it down and show you guys where I keep things and why I keep them where I do, because I'm very functional in what is in my little square here, which is, I guess, my most used area of the studio is about, I don't know, maybe 7 feet by 5 feet. So the room is very small. It's only, I think it's 110 square feet by 100 or something like that. So I've got a lot packed in. I've gone up, and I can't get another thing in here. So that leaves me with trying to make sure that the baskets that I'm using, the other things that I'm using, are functional within the furniture and the things that I have. So enough jabbering, guys. I didn't intend to go into all that, but I miss you all. And I will be back soon with another crafting video. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.